Hey guys, Bob here from Raw Strength and Muscle, and today we're going to talk about training again. We're specifically going to be talking about training to failure, okay, whether or not it is necessary to gain strength and size, okay? In my last video, I talked about the best rep range, okay, for training size and strength. And I quoted Brad Schoenfeld, okay, Dr. Brad Schoenfeld, done numerous studies himself, done numerous meta-analyses, okay, of other people's work regarding muscular hypertrophy or the building of muscular strength. And what he basically said is you could go from low reps all the way up to 40 reps per set and still build the exact same amount of muscle, assuming you are bringing those sets to failure and not just taking it easy with high reps, okay? As long as you're still going to failure, you can build the same amount of strength from low reps, the same amount of size from low reps all the way up to 40 reps per set. Now, strength is built better with lower reps, which is why I suggested in that video you use lower reps, okay? To build both strength and size, because if you used higher reps, you build size, but you would be less efficient at building strength. Whereas with low reps, you build both effectively. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's talk about this whole concept of failure, because I got a question in the comment section about it. Interesting, Bob. So is it necessary to fail? I've been up and down with this, so curious about your thoughts, which I can see in the video is to fail. I am actually not a big fan of muscular failure, okay? Training to muscular failure causes problems, okay, physically and like mentally or emotionally when you do that consistently, okay? Physically, you know, if you're always trying to overload the bar, add more weight to the bar, do more reps, whatever, I suggest you do the same reps, same sets, same rest between sets, and you add more weight to the bar. That's how you progressively overload your muscles. That's my suggestion, okay? So if you're always trying to add more weight and you're always pushing as hard as you possibly can, the likelihood that you're going to use bad form, either hurt yourself bad form or like improper range of motion, you know, bad form that won't necessarily hurt yourself, but you know, you're kind of cheating yourself and not being productive. The chances of one of those two things happening, okay, are going to increase as you push, fail every single set, every single work set that you do, you know, always trying to go to failure, always trying to improve. Okay, worse than that is the mental or emotional burnout that you get. I think most people get overtrained mentally rather than physically. It's very rare you get physically overtrained, but if you're always scared, like, God, am I really I have to add some more weight, and I barely made it last time, and I really went to failure, and am I gonna get all my reps and all my sets, and I don't wanna fail, and I don't really feel good today, and maybe I'm not gonna be able to get it because I'm tired or thirsty or hungry or just not feeling right, and then I don't feel strong, and you talk yourself out of workouts, and then you're not consistent, and then everything goes to hell. So it really causes also not just injury or bad form, but it also causes like mental overtraining, emotional burnout, okay, which causes you to miss workouts and lose progress. So I really don't suggest, because of those reasons, that you really always push to failure in every set or every work set, okay? Let's also talk about something that I read years and years ago in a muscle magazine, okay? You know, back in the 90s, I got a lot of my information from muscle magazines. And, you know, just like today with the internet, 99% of the stuff out there is rubbish, but 1% is pure gold. And this is something that I learned a lot from. That's why I remember it from damn 35 years ago when I read it, okay? So basically what the guy said is, he was training someone, not like a bodybuilder or a power lifter. It was somebody who was like maybe a football player, kind of like a normal athlete. And he was training him, and the guy comes up and he's like, dude, check it out. Like, I don't get sore, okay? And I don't even really like sweat when I work out with you. So like, am I wasting my time here? What's going on? I don't even feel like I'm working out. And he's like, okay, let's go ahead and check out your workout diary, which is another reason why I gotta have a workout log, right? But anyway, he's like, let's check out your workout log. And he busted it open. He's like, okay, so bench press, okay? Over the time that they had been working together, he had consistently improved his bench press. He's like, look at this. This is how strong you were when you got with me. This is how strong you are now. Look at the difference in the weight you're using for the same sets and reps of bench press, okay? How do you feel? How do you look? You know, when you look yourself in the mirror, how do you, well, yeah, I've gotten a lot bigger and whatever. He's like, okay, did you come here to get bigger and stronger, or did you come here to sweat and be sore the next day? He's like, I came here to get results. Okay, fine. So who cares if you sweat and who cares if you feel sore the next day, as long as you're consistently getting stronger and consistently getting bigger? He's like, all right, great. You're right. It doesn't make sense. Okay. So he was not really like killing him, whipping him, like a damn slave in a damn galley somewhere in, Roman times. He was literally just like, hey, bro, like, let's do a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. It was progressing, but he was well within his recovery ability. Okay. So that's the way that I personally have built up everything that I do at my weighted calisthenics. When I started off doing 20 rep squats, I had less than a big plate on each side of the bar. I was doing squats with a 35-pound plate on each side, not a 45. That's 115, not 135 pounds. And I started doing my 20 rep squats with that, okay? And I had perfect form, and I would just add a 2.5-pound plate to that one set that I did twice a week. And I built up and built up and built up and built up and built up. And now when you do 20 rep squats, basically you take your 10 rep max and do 20 reps with it. So it's never going to be easy, but I was never like on the brink of muscular failure. I was pushing hard, but I was never on the brink of muscular failure, okay? I was never like, if I go down for one more rep, I'm going to get stuck, okay? I never did that. So I pushed hard, but I didn't really kill myself. But if you add up consistently over time, these 2.5-pound plates that I put on each side twice a week, that's putting like a 2.5 on each side every week. That's like putting 5 pounds on the bar every week. How quickly does that build up? I built that up until I finally got to the point where I was doing 20 reps with 315, okay? Not even one plate. I had a 135-pound plate on each side, and I built it up to the point without going to muscular failure where I was able to use 3 45s on each side. At one point, I was actually putting a 1.25-pound plate on each side of the bar, making tiny baby steps. And I was pushing it hard, but I wasn't going to muscular failure. The same thing I did when I brought my trap bar deadlift for 5 reps from 1 plate up to 5 plates. Slow, consistent, steady progress without killing myself doing reps until my eyeballs popped out of my skull. Yes, I pushed hard. Yes, I did put effort into it, but it wasn't absolute grinding out to absolute muscular failure. Okay? I did the same thing by building from a 25-pound plate up to 4 45s, 180 pounds for 5 reps for 2 sets of dips. Okay, actually I built at one point up to 5 sets of 5 reps with 180 pounds of dips. Okay, and I did the same thing. I started with a 25 and I put a 2.5-pound plate, just one 2.5-pound plate on the belt and built up over time. And at one point I was putting a 1.25-pound plate on the belt every workout twice a week. And I built that up over time. So this is my suggestion to you. Okay, keep a couple reps in the hole, as some people say. Okay, push yourself. Don't baby yourself. If you can lift more weights, but don't get to the point where like you literally are using bad form. You're literally pushing yourself to the absolute limit every single time. Okay, get to the point where like, yes, I got to work out. I put some effort into this. And then next week, throw a 2.5 on or a 1.25, even if that's all you can. Because like I said, that builds up over time. Okay. And you can go without injuring yourself, without mentally burning out, looking for reasons to miss workouts. You could go from a very lightweight to a very heavyweight. That's why I always suggest people, look at like a year. Okay. If you put a 2.5-pound plate or even a 1.25-pound plate on each side of the bar twice a week for a year straight, how much weight is that going to be? A 2.5 on each side twice a week is a 5 on each side. Okay, or 10 pounds total. If you do that for 4 weeks, for 1 month, you're going to you're going to be adding on 40 pounds. Okay, if you add 40 pounds for 10 months, that's 400 pounds. That's a lot of damn weight. Where you're starting off at just like 1 plate. Okay, that is a hell of a lot of weight. Now, like I said, at some point you're not going to be able to do that. You might add a 1.25-pound plate on each side of the bar twice a week. So you're going to progress even slower. But let's say you go from 1 to 3 plates or 1 to 4 plates in a year or a year and a half, okay, on the trap bar deadlift. Don't you think that that is a massive accomplishment? And also, don't you think not only are you going to be strong as all hell, but don't you think that if you go from using 1 plate on each side of the bar to using 3 or 4 plates on each side of the bar for the trap bar deadlift for 5 reps, that you're not going to be having massive, extremely strong, back, ass, hamstrings, your quads, everything's going to be strong as hell. Don't you think that? If you go from using 1 plate to 3 or 4. And that's just 1 year, because you can keep on going. Okay? It's like the whole thing of getting rich quick. Do you want to get rich quick? Okay? Or do you want to sustainably, slowly increase your income? And it's the same thing here. Do you want to slowly, steadily increase the weight you're using, slowly, steadily increase your strength, steadily increase your muscular size? Okay, I suggest you keep a couple reps in the hole, push, but don't go to absolute muscular failure, and that you'll be getting stronger consistently for a very long time, which means you're also going to be getting, as a side effect of getting stronger, you're going to get bigger consistently over an extended period of time, okay? Easily able to recover from your workouts, easily able to come back motivated to train again, easily able to lift more weight the next time, even though it's just a tiny bit, those tiny bits add up. Anyway, Bob here, Raw Strength and Muscle, thanking you for watching this video. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you click the bell icon so you get notified when I put out the next video. I've been loving to answer these questions. Some things like this I'll answer in a video. Others I'll just answer with a comment, but please keep the comments coming. Like I said, it's great ideas for videos, and I try to answer every comment. Aside from that, check out rsamworkout.com if you want to get the workout routine that I used to go from like 115 to 315 pounds on my squats, for instance, okay, to go from 1 to 5 plates on my deadlift, for instance, okay, and I built a hell of a lot of muscle in the process, not just strength, okay? Check it out, rsamworkout.com or rsambrotherhood.com if you want the workout, plus my nutrition program, plus coaching. Check out RSAM Brotherhood if you want the whole shebang. Aside from that, thanks once again for watching the video, and I will see you guys in the next video.